Boom. All right, internet. Welcome, welcome. So, what I wanted to do, because very frequently one of the most common messages I receive is the question on Eris. Excuse me. I'm new to Tekken and I don't even understand how to start creating a strategy. There are hundreds of moves here and I am really overwhelmed with what to pick, what to look at, what to focus on. And once people tell me what to focus on, I struggle with how to actually apply it in a real match. So one thing I wanted to focus on here is how a brand new player can at least begin to create a strategy in their mind. So as you guys know, Tekken is a 3D game, and I've said it countless times that the thing that makes Tekken very unique and the most important part of Tekken is the movement, being able to move. Now, forget the advanced movement. Just the simple idea of a backdash is so important in this game that it can tie two moves together and create a strategy, right? So let's just talk about Dragunov here, right? So let's say you're a brand new Dragunov player, and as a Dragunov player you know this one combo. Let's say you learned this combo right off of this move, which is a crouch dash 1. It doesn't really matter, I'm just using this as an example, but it doesn't matter what the move is, if it's down forward 2, whatever it is. Usually when people play a new game, what they do is they do a combo, they learn a combo, right? So let's say you learned a combo. Let's say the combo you learned is off of this move because some dude told you that this is a really good launcher, which it is. So you know that this is the combo that you're gonna do when you hit this launcher, right? Whatever the combo is, it doesn't matter. Now, in your mind, you know as a player that I'm gonna try and hit with this move. I know the combo and I want to try and connect with this move to turn this move into actual damage, right? But you can't just do the move and hope that it hits, right? You have to apply a strategy to it, right? So what you need to do then is you need to search for your move list and find another move that will complement this move to then create a strategy by linking these two moves together with movement. Let me give you an example. So one way to use this move is to do a down 2, which is his basically most standard poke. Now keep in mind the specifics of the character don't matter. I'll give you more examples. This is just the basics. But once you do this down 2, you can do a single backdash and see what they do. So basically all you're doing is down 2, single backdash, and observe, right? You have just created a strategy. This is a viable strategy in Tekken. You've linked two moves together. Down 2, backdash, which is not a move, it's just an idea, and then if something comes out, you get the big whiff punish. Now let's see if I can record it so it turns out the way I want it to. So, hopefully, what will end up happening here is I'll get hit by this. It didn't work. Let's see if it works at the right range. One more try. One more try. It's because of something like that. I did it slow because it's a, you know, tutorial. You get the point. But what I'm trying to say is the key to things like this, I could do the same concept with King as well. So King, what you're doing here basically is you're using the backdash to link the two moves together and create a strategy. That is your main problem. You see what I mean? Like, people don't understand how am I supposed to even strategize in this game. I've even made the mistake many times of doing tutorials that are talking about things that even players don't even understand what I'm even talking about. It's too advanced. This is for those players who don't even understand the basics. The basics of this game are you pick two moves that complement each other and you connect the dots with movement. So for Dragunov, one more time, just because I know that I'm familiar with the character, you know, this move itself is 0 or -1 perhaps on block, maybe -2, something like that, very close to 0. So if you get them to block this move and then you sidestep, you have the opportunity to create a whiff. So you can link a crouch dash 1 into a, let's say for example, a down forward 2. Crouch dash 1 is a launcher, it's high. Down forward 2 is also a launcher and it's mid. The way you're tying these two moves together is you're adding a sidestep there. So now you're using the block frames on the crouch dash 1, you're sidestepping in an attempt to cause something to whiff, and if that whiff occurs, then you do your down forward 2. If it does not occur, then you see what did transpire. And now that you know what transpired, you can make a decision next time. So for example, let's say you got crouch dash 2 blocked, right? And this time he didn't whiff. What he did was he backdashed, right? If that's the case, you can alter your strategy to fit what you expect him to do, just like any other fighting game. So for example, in Street Fighter, right? Last time I knocked him down, he did a DP. Same kind of concept. You're learning about what you're going to do the next time you're in the same position, in the same situation. So basically, the moral of the story here is you don't have to worry about the 200 moves that each character has. You only need to worry about these key moves, and in order to use these key moves, you have to link them together with movement. Movement is like the key in this game. So let's just go to King now. King is another example right here, right? King's down 4, just a generic down 4. Down 4 just like that is like his best poke. You can also do a little bit higher damage version of it, but that's like, we're getting too advanced. Forget the advanced shit. Down 4, right? If you do a down 4 and then backdash, this is a simple strategy. Any King player can use this, right? Down 4 and then backdash. What's going to happen after this guy gets hit by 2 down 4s? What about third one, the third one, fourth one? Eventually, he's going to get tired of getting hit by these down 4s, and he's going to start doing something stupid, right? For the moment he does that stupid thing, boom, hop kick city. So what you're doing here is you're taking King's hop kick, which is generally his best mid move. It's a launcher. It's relatively safe, only -13, which in this game is not even close to a big deal. You're taking this move right here, and you're figuring out a way to use it, a strategy to apply to it with down 4 and then the backdash. So you're combining the poke in the down 4 and the whiff punish in the hop kick with a single backdash. That is the point I wanted to get across to you. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have questions and stuff, and I am going to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions or whatever. Maybe you guys are not 100% grasping the concept that I've presented here, but really the thing that I wanted to explain that's very, very important for new players to not allow themselves to become overwhelmed, because all these moves don't matter. You can win an entire tournament with 5 moves as long as you figure out the way to tie these 5 moves together and create a web of strategies. So earlier I was talking about Dragunov, right? Let's just go, I might as well just do it. Whatever, fuck it. Let's go to Dragunov in the record function. So we're talking about Dragunov, right? We said that crouch dash 1 on block is like -1 or 2, which gives you the opportunity to sidestep and use down forward 2. Prior to that, I said down 2 into a backdash will allow you to use crouch dash 1 as a whiff punish, right? So we just tied 3 moves together, right? Down 2, backdash. We observe what he's doing. If he does some kind of while standing 4 or whiff, boom, he's gonna get juggled. If, let's say for example, you backdash, he whiffed, you do the crouch dash 1 and it's too slow. Contingency plan city. You know that first the idea was to do a down 2 and then create this opportunity for a whiff punish. Boom, it didn't work out. You got to be ready for the contingency plan. What's the contingency plan? When that move is blocked, you're at -2, time to sidestep and then observe. You see what I mean? So you're tying, you're webbing these moves together with backdash, with sidewalk. The movement really is what ties the moves together. If you're just gonna fucking stand there like a goon, just stand there, you're dead. If you're gonna just hold back or just duck, you're dead. This game is about movement. It's just like in any fight, in any boxing match. They come out, they're moving, they're doing all kinds of weird shit. Keith Jardine doing all the funky ape shit. Like You move around because moving targets are very, very hard to catch. They're hard to hit, right? You want to be a moving target in this game. You want to always be moving. It's like charge characters always be charging. In Tekken, every character, you want to always be moving. Now, just to say that one last thing before I close the doors on this concept. Every character is different, and you're going to have a hard time trying to find the moves to tie together. That's kind of the fun of the game, right? The fun of the game is being creative and finding what moves you want to tie together. Now, you know, it doesn't have to be movement. Moves can tie together without movement. It can be like, for example, at the wall, if you hit with this move, Giant Swing is an exceptionally good follow-up because the chest move is plus on block. So it makes Giant Swing uninterruptible, right? Now the thing is, you don't have to worry about the details. Every character in this game is basically the same character and has the same archetype. So every character just about has a standing jab. Start there. If you need to open up a strategy, if you need to create a strategy, just start with a simple standing jab. Just like any other fighting situation, you open things up with a small jab. When you do this standing jab, if it's blocked, you might want to maybe sidestep. You might want to maybe sidestep to the direction that's weak for your opponent, or maybe a backdash, maybe a jab into a throw. These kinds of things, just a simple jab, every character has it. This can open up this giant grid of decision making and offense. And that's just like generic. A lot of characters have a good down forward one or down forward poke type of situation, or even as I mentioned with King, down four, very generic style move, but you can really create a very robust offense off of simple tools like these in this game. I think hopefully that will help some people just try and create strategies. I felt like so many people were frustrated with this game because they didn't even understand what a strategy was. You know, in Street Fighter, a lot of the time you're seeing people with normals and move back and forth for footsies and spacing. But in this game, moving back and forth is exceptionally difficult, and it requires a lot of practice, right? But when you present that to someone, they can just shit their pants. They could be like, what? You want me to do all that shit? You don't have to worry about that. Simplify it. One down four, single backdash. If they whiff, hop kick. Such a simple strategy, but if you apply it in many different ways, you just got to be open-minded and find ways to apply these things. It really can be rewarding. It's a tough game, but I think it's really rewarding because it's the type of thing that it's timeless. You'll never master this game. You will always be learning. Even the best player in the world, and I'm not talking about Tag 2, I'm talking about Tekken. Even the best players in the world have not reached the ceiling of this game's movement. It's an endless system of depth and movement. So, I don't know. Hopefully that helped you guys out. I'll answer any questions that anyone has at this point, but I at least appreciate you guys tuning in and joining me for that explanation. Go ahead if anyone has anything to say other than, you know, random dick jokes. I'm open-minded to